If you're a student, you know the feeling, that sinking feeling. You've just spent weeks, maybe months, pouring everything into a huge paper, and then your professor says they want you to turn it into a presentation. Well, today we're going to show you how to take any document and transform it into a fantastic looking slideshow in, and I'm not kidding, under 2 minutes, all thanks to AI.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to talk about the classic, dreaded PowerPoint problem. Then we'll jump into the AI solution that changes everything. We're going to focus on one killer tool called Gamma, take a peek at its main competitors, and then wrap it all up with a few more options and one super important final tip.
All right, so let's set the scene. You could be an undergrad, a grad student, doesn't matter. You're working on a big seminar paper or maybe even your final thesis. You spent so much time crafting this perfect 30-page document. You're tired, but you're proud. And then you hear those words. That's the one, isn't it? The one that just makes your heart drop into your stomach. All that hard work suddenly feels like it was just the warm-up for another, way more tedious task. The joy of being done? Gone. Replaced by the sheer dread of making slides.
I mean, let's be real. Who has the time for that? The old way was a total grind. You'd have to manually build every single slide, spend forever hunting for good photos, try to make charts out of your data, and then just wrestle with formatting for hours. It is a complete and total time sink. But what if I told you that whole process might just be a thing of the past? It is time to work smarter, not harder. You know, AI isn't just some buzzword here. It's a real tool that can completely change how you do this, making that old way of working feel totally obsolete.
And here it is, the core promise. We are literally talking about taking that dense 30-page Word doc and turning it into a professional, beautiful, perfectly structured presentation in less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee. Your supervisor? They're going to be seriously impressed. So how is this even possible? Let me introduce you to a tool that has just exploded in popularity for this exact thing. It's called Gamma. You can find it at gamma.app. For so many students, this has become an absolute game changer for their academic presentations. And here's the best part, especially if you're on a student budget, it has a super generous free plan. When you sign up, Gamma just gives you 400 credits. That's enough to generate somewhere between 40 and 50 full presentations without paying a dime. And the process itself could not be simpler. Seriously, you just go to the website, sign in, click Create New, and then literally drag and drop your Word file right into the browser. You pick your language, hit Generate, and then in about a minute, the magic happens. And what comes out isn't just a boring text dump. Oh no. Gamma automatically creates a title page, a table of contents, it breaks all your sections into their own slides, it finds high-quality, relevant images, it even builds charts from tables in your document, and it wraps it all up in a professional color scheme. And don't worry, you are not locked into whatever the AI gives you. Once it's generated, you have complete control. You can edit the text, swap out images, change the order of the slides, and when you're happy, you just click Export, and boom, you've got a standard PowerPoint file ready to go. Now look, while Gamma is fantastic for academic work, it's not the only player in the game. Let's take a quick look at a couple of alternatives that might actually be better for different needs and different styles. So think of it like this. Gamma is perfect for those really serious academic defenses. But if you're maybe pitching a startup or presenting at a more modern conference, Tome.app offers a much sleeker, more minimalist design. And then for a super formal university setting where you want that classic look, Microsoft 365's built-in Copilot is a very safe bet. This is a really important point. If your university gives you a Microsoft 365 subscription, you probably already have a super powerful tool right inside PowerPoint. You don't even need to go to a website. You just open PowerPoint, click the Copilot button, and you can create a presentation directly from your file. So convenient. All right, let's round this out with just a few more tools and then the most important piece of advice I can possibly give you for getting a perfect result every single time.
So if you happen to have a subscription to ChatGPT Plus, you have an incredible superpower at your fingertips. You can actually upload your Word file directly and just give it a prompt like, hey, turn this into a professional academic presentation. And it will generate and give you a download link for a .pptx file in less than a minute. It's wild.
And if you're looking for even more options, especially free ones, here's a quick rundown. SlidesAI.io and Plus AI are awesome extensions if you live and breathe Google Slides.
Canva has also added this feature to its Magic Design tool. And Beautiful.ai creates absolutely stunning slides, but its free credits are a bit more limited. So, let's just summarize the whole strategy. For that super important thesis defense, start with Gamma. For a regular class presentation, you can choose between Tome Style or Gamma's Detail. And if you are in a massive hurry, just use an extension like Slides AI right inside Google Slides. Easy. Okay, now for the golden tip. This is, without a doubt, the most important takeaway from this whole thing. The AI will get you 95% of the way there, which is amazing. But that last 5%, that's on you. You should always spend 5 to 10 minutes reviewing and polishing the final output. And here's what that 5-minute review looks like. It's so simple. Just check for any little typos, add your name and your professor's name on the title slide, add slide numbers, maybe your university's logo, and then just create a final thank you slide and a sources slide at the end. That little personal touch makes all the difference. So there you have it. With these tools, you really don't have to spend a whole night manually building slides anymore. You can go from a finished paper to a polished presentation in just a few minutes. So the only question left is, which one of these tools are you going to try for your next deadline? Thanks for tuning in.